The title of my essay is I Am a Warrior, but I'm a Girl Too. As a kid, I was pretty rambunctious.
Hold on, stop. Isn't she a warrior?
Yeah.
As a kid, I was pretty rambunctious, loud, full of energy, hard-headed, and wore my heart on my sleeve. Well, not much has changed. This academy, my second home, has ultimately made me a better person, even if I'm still the same. Getting that call on my birthday back in 2005 telling me that I had won 6 months of free classes opened a door full of opportunities. This place helped me to express myself and never take no as an answer. It fueled my spirit of competition, which may or may not be a bad thing, and it helped me slowly realize that losing isn't the end of the world. Growing up with 2 older sisters who loved Super Mario, I had to deal with losing more often than most. I used to cry, throw a huge fit, and chuck the controller across the room when I lost. I quickly learned that practicing helped, so I practiced everything that I lost at, including Super Mario. It was a surprise when I joined this academy that I was actually good. Like Mr. Grinner said 10 years ago, I was a natural. I loved training. I loved learning new things. Seeing others get praise made me want to get praise too, so I would train harder and faster. I wanted to be better than the boys since martial art is a male-dominated sport, and being in the minority made it nearly impossible to beat them. But that didn't stop me from wanting to end up on top. I remember telling kids in my school how I was a martial artist and would beam about my belt rank. I didn't understand why they would laugh, why they wouldn't believe me. They asked if I kicked like a girl, and I would tell them yes. In their eyes, being a girl meant being weak. I didn't want that. I didn't want to be considered weak because of my gender. I wanted to be strong. So I started to hate myself for anything girly at just 10 years old, to conform to society's twisted view of strength. Hating myself and wanting to win at all times made me do unthinkable things. In middle school, it was custom to not eat during lunchtime. At least that's what I saw from my friends. I would watch them sit and sip at their water while I scarfed down everything in my lunchbox. It felt wrong to eat when they didn't, like I was losing some sort of unspoken competition. I didn't like how they would act like they were better just because they didn't eat. So I slowly started to let things go and eat in my lunchbox until I didn't eat anything. After a while, it felt wrong to eat in front of people I wasn't close with. So I avoided eating around anyone other than my family. When I would get home from school, my mom would ask why there was extra food left over in my lunch. I would feel guilty for not eating the minute I got home. So I made up lies as to why I stopped and started throwing out the stuff I didn't eat to avoid being questioned. It was stupid, probably one of the most idiotic things I ever did. As some of you may know, I'm hypoglycemic. My body produces too much insulin, therefore making my metabolism much faster than normal. I burn off calories as quickly as I eat them. This means that I have to eat every 3 to 4 hours or else I will pass out and could possibly slip into a coma. So you can understand why it was so stupid of me to not eat. After having a hypoglycemic episode at one of the middle school dances, I slowly started to eat lunch again without telling anyone. Even though I started eating for an army again, I never gained weight. I stayed skinny. I actually have problems keeping weight on. I even remember a group of boys calling me anorexic at a track meet. People still come up to me today and say, God, you're so skinny, it's just wrong, as if it were some kind of compliment. Is it being skinny a good thing? I didn't know, and having friends and relatives come up and say this to me engraved a picture in my head that being skinny was some sort of crime. It just didn't make sense to me. It made me hate myself, hate my body, and made my self-confidence practically disappear. I thought everyone else hated me too because I was always the butt of their jokes. The only place I didn't hate myself was when I came here. No one asked me if I had eaten, no one commented on my size, and no one ever looked at me like I was some sort of disgusting creature. All that people cared about here was martial arts, and it was such a relief to step into the doors every day where I could escape all the comments about my weight. I could just focus on what I loved doing, and not have to worry about anything other than being the best. When I entered high school with the title of second-degree black belt under my name, I felt unstoppable. Well, I was entirely wrong. Knocking out a boy my size with a body kick didn't seem to resonate with people at high school. They didn't care about any other sport other than football. What they cared about was popularity, relationships, and who was the prettiest. Being the tomboy that I was, I didn't care about any of those things. All I cared about was training and sleep. I watched my friends start experimenting with makeup and hair straighteners while I started learning weapons forms and grappling techniques. I remember someone asking, are you really going to go out like that? When I didn't put on makeup while the rest of my friends did. I didn't understand what was so wrong with not wearing it. Why did it matter what I looked like? Why are my personal choices such a burden for others? Like usual, it just didn't make sense. I remember having people tell me that I was so brave for not wearing makeup, and I never understood why. No one at martial arts commented on my appearance, they accepted it. But with peer pressure weighing in, I started seeing my natural face as something unnatural. I didn't like how I looked, so I started investing in cosmetics. They never seemed to help me love myself, but they covered up what I didn't like looking at. When junior year rolled around, I finally felt like a normal high school student. I had a boyfriend, I wore makeup, and I gossiped. However, I did not feel like a normal martial arts student. I somehow felt weaker. I guess it was because of the misconception that I put in my head a long time ago that girly girls couldn't be strong. It didn't help that my normal training partners were just now getting their growth spurts. They started gaining muscles without even trying while I had to work my butt off for them. They could easily overpower me in grappling matches, and their punches suddenly became 10 times stronger. I hated it. I hated being beaten by people that I used to beat. I wanted to be at their level, but no matter how hard I trained, I just couldn't. I believed that I was weak. It didn't help when I broke my foot. That's when feeling weak really hit hard. People at my school made fun of me for it because I was supposed to be strong. Someone said that if I were a boy, I wouldn't have broken my foot in the first place. Being crippled and unable to train, I spent most of my time sitting at home. I started to lose my muscle tone and my stamina. I noticed that I would become stressed easily, and I started having anxiety attacks more often than not. Even worse, my eating disorder started to come back, but it was different this time around. I knew that not eating would result in headaches and not feeling well, so I guess I saw that as some sort of punishment. Whenever I felt I did something bad, or when I felt I let someone down, I wouldn't eat a meal. I didn't know how else to deal with my frustrations because I couldn't go hit a bag. I was still injured. So over those 6 weeks I was out, I came up with my own way of self-harm. Even worse, I kept this a secret from almost everyone for around 2 months. People asked if I was okay, and I would lie. For a while, no one even knew. No one even had a clue, except for one. You may know him as Mr. Butaki, but I know him as Jacob, or my boyfriend. He was able to weed it out of me, and once he knew, I was afraid he would treat me different. But he didn't. He would remind me that I had a health condition, and if I kept doing horrible things to my body, then I would end up in a hospital. He also told me that people cared about my well-being. I didn't believe him, but he would talk about how much people loved me here. He said that if ATA knew, then Corey would be sad, Barbara would scold me, Mr. Gunner would probably take my head off, and Sophie would hug me and never let go. I soon realized that he was right. I had gone through almost 5 years of my life thinking that people here didn't like me because I was too loud, too competitive, too mean. But I was wrong. Because of everyone sitting in this room right now, I am learning to love myself again, and I'm overcoming my eating disorder. So for this last paragraph, I wanted to take the time to say thanks. My family, you've been watching me from those chairs since I was 9 years old. Who would have thought we would be in the same place we were 10 years ago? Thank you for putting me in this academy, for keeping up with me when I wanted to join every program they offered, for never once questioning if I wanted to quit, for always supporting me, for always being at my tournaments and testings, for always keeping me laughing. You all are my rock, and remember, move to the head. Kyle and Amberly, thank you for being the younger siblings I never had. You believed in me, believed I could do anything. You were there for me even if you didn't know it, and I was there for you. Never forget that I'll always be your older sister. Stevens, thank you for pushing me past my limits all these years, for making me better. You knew how I worked, how I only was motivated by competition, and I guess you kind of used that against me some of the time. But hey, we're practically siblings, so why not poke a little fun at each other? Jacob, there are so many things I could thank you for, so many things that you've done to make me a better person. I can't express how grateful I am to have someone like you in my life. Thank you for everything, for being my training partner, for keeping me on my game, and for accepting me when I couldn't accept myself. I don't know what I would have done without you. Goodner, you practically watched me grow up here. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be standing here today with my greatest accomplishment tied around my waist. I can't thank you enough for all the times you pushed me. You didn't care that I was a girl. You made me train just as hard as the boys did, sometimes even harder. You made me realize that no matter what kind of girl I was, I could be strong. You helped me through my self-confidence issues, and you helped me see myself like everyone else does. I feel like I'm the daughter you never had, and I hope I've made you proud. To everyone else that I missed, thank you for watching me grow into the person I am today. All your support and smiles really helped me through the thick and thin. You all helped me to see that girls are just as strong as boys. I appreciate every single one of you, and hope you appreciate me the same. You're my family, and I love you all.